All right, welcome to another episode of the Movement Boxing Podcast, where we bring you the latest and greatest in boxing news, unfiltered, uncut, raw, unbiased. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it for the underground, none of that mainstream bullshit. I'm joined by my normal compadres on this one, as usual. We got 2K, the prodigy of boxing on. What's good with you, man?
What's good, man? Feels good to be back. You know, the prodigy basically about to sun all you motherfuckers on here because none of y'all know shit about boxing. That's why I am called the prodigy, especially that bitch-ass nigga Bo, who will probably be getting roasted at the end of today's show. Can't wait.
Better him than me, not my week. Anyway, oh, man. Got Big Crew from Colossal Boxing Talk. What's going on, man?
What's good, fellas? Glad to be back on. Looking forward to the end of the show because somebody about to get it.
Is that what we just gonna call the final blow from now on? Is y'all niggas roasting each other?
The final roast. The final roast.
Oh, all right. So passing along, we got Bo from the Truth and Facts About Boxing. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Glad to be here. Gonna be here. Gonna talk my shit back. Take my roast like a motherfucking man. Not gonna end no show like no bitch.
Wow. At least I'll let y'all get all that shit out, nigga. Y'all talking about over to the next segment.
Oh, I ain't gonna do it to you this time, Twan. I ain't gonna do it to you, man. I'm done.
Bernard, talk about boxing as well. What's up, man?
What's good, fam? I'm just here, man. I'm just waiting.
Hoe ass nigga.
Hey, look here, Buttercup. Don't start it with me, Buttercup.
He hiding under the table where everybody throwing shit.
No. I got my shit ready to go. I'm loading my shit up in the chamber, nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, that nigga Bernard is pretty much telling me today that me and this nigga just co-workers. That was we ain't friends today. This nigga, you my co-worker. That what that nigga basically saying.
Oh shit.
All right, man. We're gonna try and kick this thing off and keep it on the straight and narrow and keep it focused this week.
Try to.
Here we go. This
all right,
nigga.
man. So starting off, we're gonna do a review of this past weekend's heavyweight title fight between Anthony Joshua and Carlos Takam. Anthony Joshua won by 10th round stoppage. Been a lot of talks, I guess, in the groups and around, different people just saying they thought it was a premature stoppage, so we'll get into all that as well. First off, we're going to start off with 2K. Man, what did you notice different about Joshua in this fight? What did you take away from it as far as stylistically from him breaking it down?
What did I notice different? Well, I noticed a little bit of taunting. I don't ever remember Anthony Joshua taunting a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I think the success is kind of getting to his head a little bit. What I noticed more about Anthony Joshua is not inside the ring. That's different. It was what is outside the ring. It seems as if, and people, I want y'all to understand, I do not favor Deontay Wilder to beat Anthony Joshua. As of now, I think Anthony Joshua will beat Deontay Wilder. But it just seems to me that Anthony Joshua anticipates a loss here soon. You know what I'm saying? Just his demeanor, how he talks about, a possible Deontay Wilder fight. A couple weeks ago, nigga comes out with an interview talking about he knows he's going to lose soon and all this other shit, or at least at some point in his career. Like, a nigga with a fighter's mentality doesn't walk around saying, yeah, nigga, I'm going to get my ass whooped one of these days. Don't know when, but it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, he seems to not be real interested in fighting a Deontay Wilder. He seemed like he was more into talking about his mandatories than actually focusing on the question at hand, and that was about Deontay Wilder. That's what I noticed differently, really. But inside the ring, he was the same dude. You know what I'm saying? Same robotic, not a lot of movement. I saw him setting up his shots a little bit better. But that's because Carlos Takam was allowing him to do whatever he wanted. He got in the ring and fought the wrong fight from round one, fighting from the outside.
I agree.
Shit.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at the fellas, I didn't even watch. let me not lie to y'all. I didn't even watch round one. I'm just telling y'all that I knew the nigga came in there like this at round one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I started watching at round 3. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling me and my wife were watching. I'm telling her, I'm like, nigga, he already fighting the wrong fight. This short ass nigga, right? With a 2-inch reach disadvantage, standing on the outside, letting a jab just jab this nigga dome up. Get your stupid ass in the middle, inside his reach, and go to the body. You know what I'm saying? His fucking body was literally parallel to where your head was, nigga. It's a 5-inch height disadvantage.
He didn't use no body shots. He threw no body shots.
Joshua was just waiting on bodies. You know, he was just waiting for the body shots. If he would have got in there, you know what I'm saying?
No, they were clinched together. I mean, Joshua's body was all exposed on the right. All he had to do was start attacking him with the left hook. And he didn't even do it.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. He was open all up in the midsection, bruh. And even my wife seen it. Who's a casual like a motherfucker. She was like, yeah, he open on the ends. She like Anthony Joshua. She'll never say nothing bad about the nigga, but she did at that moment. Yeah, he all open in the inside. She said 2 bad things about Anthony Joshua. Nigga open on the inside, and he didn't seem like he want to fight Deontay Wilder. Same shit that anybody could have fucking seen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take nothing really away from this fight. I expected it to be a competitive fight, but just Carlos Takam came out there and fought the wrong fight, and he pretty much handed Anthony Joshua the fucking victory. Now, as far as the stoppage, I thought it was a bad stoppage, but at the same time, Carlos Takam wasn't doing anything right. If I was in his corner, I'd be like, man, get the fuck out the ring. That's how it would be. Fuck it, nigga. You better not argue this stoppage because your bitch ass wasn't doing what you supposed to do any fucking way. Get out the ring, nigga. That's like what I would have told him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a bad stoppage, but at the same time, you're thinking like, well, the nigga really wasn't doing what he's supposed to do anyway, so why even let the fight drag on, right? Why even fight for this nigga and say, hey, fight shouldn't have been stopped? No, there's no reason to do it. So, I don't know, man. I was very disappointed in the fight. I was bored as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The UK fans were, oh, man, what a bloody great fight. No, nigga, this shit was garbage.
Bloody horrible fight.
It was 4:30 in the afternoon. Nigga was falling asleep, B. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of wish you would have clipped your toenails, huh? You kind of
my toenails were already clipped from the Robert Jürgen Brammer fight. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't clip them again. You know what I'm saying?
Clip the fingernails and shit, dude.
I'd have been clipping skin and shit at this point, dog. So, you know, it is what it is. They need to make this Wilder fight, man. No more excuses, man. Let's get it done.
All right, passing it on the bow. I mean, what are your thoughts on this fight? As far as what D said, as far as about Takam, wrong game plan. He didn't really start picking it up until, I guess, or change anything until after round 6, I want to say. So, what were your thoughts on it, Bo?
You know, like a lot of things 2K say I agree with. Here's the thing. According to Eddie Hearns and them, they had told Takam to go ahead and start the training camp, be ready because you may have to replace Pulev. And supposedly Takam had 8 weeks to prepare for Joshua. If that's the case, motherfucker, you fought like you who was given a 2-week notice. That's the way that fought. He fought like he only had 2-week notice. But I want to say this, though, because there's a lot of cats out here for some reason. You know, you criticize Joshua or whatever. You know, motherfuckers getting their feelings. It is what it is. I'm too old to give a fuck how you feel. But you're not going to tell me some of the things Anthony Joshua was doing. I was like, all right, I never seen him do that before. So that tells me Anthony Joshua, in some shape, form, or fashion, even though he knew he had Pulev, he was kind of preparing for Takam. You're not going to tell me that you told a dude to get ready just in case you have to be a replacement, and then don't tell your fighter just in case you have to fight this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Train for as if you may have to fight this motherfucker also. You're not going to convince. I refuse to believe that shit. Fuck out of here. No, you're not going to convince me of that. So, but outside of that, the stoppage, I did listen. The stoppage was. The ref was looking to stop this fight, as far as I'm concerned. You can go back to the first cut Takam had. He kept taking him over to the doctor. I'm like, ain't even no blood in this nigga eye. Why you walking him back to the fucking doctor? So the ref was looking for any reason to stop this motherfucking fight. You know, I thought Joshua, I thought the weight for Joshua was affecting him. You can see it in his stamina. He was throwing more arm punches than anything. He was throwing more arm punches. He was throwing arm punches like a motherfucker. All right. He was taking that long, slow walk back to the corner. He was breathing through his mouth. A lot of cats was talking to him. Something about his nose might have been broken or whatever. I'm like, all right, man. You know, I get it. So, but at the end of the day, I agree with 2K. We hearing that Tyson Fury might come back. If Tyson Fury come back or thinking about coming back, you will not see Anthony Joshua versus Wilder before you see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Yep. That's the reason why when I saw that explained everything to me. That's the reason why Joshua has not fully committed to saying that, yeah, Wilder's going to be next. That's the reason why Eddie Hearns, who first said Wilder got to fight White to get to Joshua, is not saying, no, it's not. It don't work like that. That's the reason why they're not fully committing to fighting him right now, because they got other shit on the horizon. But as far as the fight go, Takam put up a better fight than Pulev, because Pulev was scared from Jump Street. And, you know, we got more we're going to say about Pulev ass in a minute.
Man, you got that shit nail on the head, bro. Eddie Hearn, I guarantee this nigga went to Tyson Fury's house, was like, you fucking wanker, get up, we need you to fight. The fucking fight is here. We need you to fight. Get the fuck out of here, man. They want this nigga out of retirement so Deontay Wilder doesn't take the goddamn belt from fucking AJ. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it prolongs that would be that particular fight.
Think about it. Hold on. You know what? Think about this for a second. Think about this for a second. How do you say your fighter would beat this motherfucker in 2 rounds, but then don't offer him to him? How the fuck do you say that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His ass, man.
Yeah, he talking out his ass, dog. That's like me saying I beat 2K ass in 2 rounds, but you gotta fight Twan. Come on, man.
I mean, it seems like the public sentiment, not outside of those that are really in the know in boxing, but as far as I guess including the casual basis, it kind of seems like I mean, they're giving this motherfucker a pass easily. But when you got other motherfuckers in your division starting to notice it, you know, even Joseph Parker said they don't want that fight. No, they're gonna come after me before they ever go after Wilder. You know, when you got other motherfuckers noticing that, man, you got to think, you know, that target is making you look even more weak. You know what I'm saying? I think Takam even in his non-activity brought out the game plan already. You know, that needs to be brought out against him, considering that, you know, Joshua is still having these stamina issues. You know, I actually thought he looked more comfortable in this fight. You know, like he felt like he could actually go to full 12. I mean, he was a bit more comfortable in there as far as going the distance. Having those problems. So, you know, you guys are right about that. If Takam went to the body earlier, you know, like he did in the second half of the fight, it could have been a completely different story. You know, those left hooks he was throwing to the top, you know, they might have been landing a lot more. Yep. You know, so, man, let me pass it on to Big Cool as far as, you know, we touched on it a little bit as far as Joshua's plans moving forward. But just your thoughts initially. I mean, it seems like 2K was saying they seem to be going after the mandatory route. But 2018, what do you really see happening as far as you know, Joshua? I mean, it's starting to look like Deontay Wilder is completely out of the picture, even though the name keeps being thrown out there.
The only fights I want to see involving Joshua, Parker, or Wilder against each other. Simple as that. I mean, until Fury can come back and prove himself worthy of getting a shot at those guys based off of what we see in the ring and not just off his name, he doesn't deserve. I put him in the same category as White in terms of just that. He hasn't done anything to earn it. Don't matter what he did against Klitschko. He hasn't fought in, 2 years or whatever it seemed like?
Yeah.
I mean, so the only 3 guys that need to be talking about a fight with each other is Wilder, Parker, and Joshua. We need to see a unification, one champion, one face of the heavyweight division. And Wilder gonna have to do something, man, because he's running out of options. They putting they bagging him up in the corner. So he either gonna have to concede to Eddie Hearn or try to get Al Heyman to throw a lot of cash at Joseph Parker to come over here, to face him in the unification bout. Maybe Ortiz if he can get clean, or maybe Fury, somebody that's going to enhance his, resume entice Joshua to want to fight him. But in terms of trying to make the fight a big financial draw, Joshua, he's straight whether they fight now or next year. Wilder's the one that, I guess he wants more money, but at the end of the day, man, you can only make more if you prove yourself to be a worthy champion. And the purse is going to get bigger if, one of those guys unify the division. So I don't want to see nobody fight each other except Parker, Joshua, and Wilder.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Hopefully Wilder's team is on top of this and they're starting to aim towards a Parker unification. If they want to get that dollar situation straight, the way they're talking.
Even if he got to go over to New Zealand, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he got to do to get, more leverage, that's what he needs to be doing, man. Because obviously Joshua dragging his feet.
You know what? I'm gonna come from this thing. I'm at this point right here. Wilder needs to call their bluff. Fuck it, call their bluff. Like I forgot, Bo. Who was the fighter that we used to say if they just would have called? If Triple G would have called Lawler's bluff or the other way around, I forgot who it was. I think it was Triple G would have called Lawler's bluff. He would have known if it was true.
Yeah.
Call Eddie Hearn's bluff. Go in there and fight White. Okay, you want to make it happen? Fine then. Bring him to the U.S. Fight.
All right, so Bernard.
This fight not gonna take place in the U.S., man.
That Wilder actually said, you know what? Make it a guarantee that I get Joshua immediately after. Eddie Hearn laughed it off. So I mean, you can see the bullshit already, man.
Oh, you said Eddie Hearn laughed. You said Eddie Hearn laughed.
Yeah, he's like, it don't work that way. That's not going to get you.
They don't. But think about. Go ahead, Twan. My bad. Go ahead.
No. Be cool. Be cool. Say what you said. I'm coming right to you.
But think about it though, man. You remember when Luis Ortiz was signed with Eddie Hearn? They did everything in their power to avoid, a Joshua Ortiz, matchup. So, they don't think they can beat, Ortiz. Obviously, they don't think they can beat Wilder, so they just going to try to lure out of shape, unmotivated, fake motivated Fury, a sorry-ass Joseph Parker, even though that fight should be made. They just trying to take the fights that's least resistance to hold on to that reign, and they're going to live off that Klitschko fight, man. I'm telling you.
Here's the thing.
He fought Klitschko, and Wilder hasn't fought anybody. I mean.
Here's the thing, though, right? This is what they live with Tyson Fury. They're living off this. Tyson Fury beat Klitschko. He's technically the undisputed not the undisputed champion, was a heavyweight champion that never lost. He only lost his belt because of him deciding to be go on the coke binge.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the fact that he's a fellow UK British person, whatever you want to call it. I can't think of the word right now.
He's a gypsy king, God damn it. Get it right about that boy. So it's like, okay, this is the big fight. Everybody, like I said last week, Seven Wolves said on our podcast on me and Bo's show that Fury and Joshua is the next fight to make in the UK, not Amir Khan or Kell Brook. This is the fight they want to make. So the best thing Eddie Hearn is trying to get. I'll be honest, it's kind of like this. You got a cash cow, and he could lose, have the potential to lose. You might as well get all the fucking money you can before you decide to actually throw him to the wall. It's kind of like when Pacquiao. But according to Eddie Hearn, he's not gonna lose to Josh Wilder. He's gonna knock him out in 2 rounds.
Yeah, he said Wilder gonna relinquish his title in 2018. That's what he said.
If you listen to Joshua fans, Wilder don't stand a fucking chance. He's a bum. So what?
He might as well just get a title to him. Yeah, that's what they say. He might as well just fly over to the UK and give him his belt and come back and do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, you can't call this bluff. So it's pretty like this. If Wilder goes over there and fight Dylan White, knocks his ass out, apparently calling his bluff is not gonna work. So it's like, what does Wilder do? You know what I'm saying? Now, who else could he fight that can make a name, give him a name on his resume? I'm gonna say this: any of these up and coming heavyweights that you think could make a name for himself?
None of them. I mean, his best bet, man, is to try to get Parker, or give Ortiz another chance.
I give Ortiz a chance.
No. You don't give Ortiz another chance. No. You don't.
But I'm saying, eventually Wilder, my boy, but he does need somebody to test him. Just because I think he'll beat Joshua don't mean that Joshua is more tested. So he need to face somebody that's gonna make him show us something different in the ring.
Hey,
so why not fight Ortiz?
I want to hear Bo. Let me hear why you say don't give Ortiz another shot.
Yeah.
Well, because
Elaborate, nigga.
because number one, if he goes to refight Luis Ortiz, the first thing everybody's gonna say is they're not gonna be interested in watching him fight because they're gonna think, listen, this dude gonna fail the test again. Why does he?
They're gonna watch it.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, nigga, they watched Wilder. They watched Wilder, Gerald Washington, Wilder Duhaupas, Wilder Molina, Wilder Areola. Of course they're gonna watch Wilder Ortiz.
They about to watch Wilder Stiverne too. You stupid as fuck too, K.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Areola. You stupid as fuck, bro.
Oh man, I'm done, nigga.
Stupid as fuck, man. Somebody always say something to throw it off, man. This nigga said Areola. Fuck out of here, man.
Look here, man. I hardly ever disagree with my man, but I gotta disagree with him on this one.
No, man.
I felt they should have fought him any fucking way.
Me too.
You know why? Because it was blood pressure medication. Fuck that. Now a lot of niggas say, "Oh, you know, you could use it as a masking agent." I understand that's a possibility, but the reality here is this: the drug test did not find any traces of PEDs.
No, a bitch just a bitch.
And to Wilder's credit, he did say he asked the WBC. I don't know, but he said he asked the WBC to continue to let them fight him anyway.
Right,
but,
and I mentioned on my video, a video I had made. I said that it's not really Wilder's fault. You know, I think it was a big title of the video is Wilder really is Ortiz really scared of Wilder.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said it wasn't really Wilder's fault. It's more so Lou DiBella who doesn't want Wilder to fight Ortiz. He doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It was obvious to me in the first press conference, as I mentioned, you know, before we hit record on the podcast tonight. It was obvious to me. He did not want that fight. They knew that their investment was in a risky fight to the point where they could lose return value if this nigga loses. And that loss of return value is a possible Anthony Joshua fight going down the drain. They were scared, shaking in their boots. Wilder's team, not Wilder's, but his team.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the frustrating thing that we got to deal with. It's like, I understand your manager, your advisor want to get you in the best financial situation, but at the end of the day, Wilder is what, 38 and over 30. You know what I'm saying? Huh? I mean, it's time. If the fighter want to fight, let the motherfucker fight. They got to live with the loss, the win, or whatever.
Exactly. But put a rematch clause in that bitch.
Hey, big cool. But here's one thing you got to remember though too. That promoter is looking more out for himself than his fighter because he gets paid just as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless. Yeah. But I feel that. But at the same time, man, like it's just frustrating as hell to continue to talk about fights that shouldn't be on the level of a Mayweather Pacquiao. We're gonna be talking about this shit come 2019, talking about 2020. It's to the point where like.
What's frustrating is the hypocrisy of motherfuckers who bitch and complain about waiting for big fights, right? And have no problem when it's their fat fucking fighter doing the waiting. That's what's fucking frustrating.
If it was up to me, that nigga Wilder and all these niggas would have been fought each other 2 times over. You know what I'm saying? But
Deontay, if I was Deontay Wilder, now we know what Deontay Wilder says in the media. And Wilder does exactly what I want fighters to do, right? In the media, you display yourself as a motherfucker who is not scared of anyone, and you never concede to defeat like AJ did in a recent interview. He basically conceded to defeat. He just didn't say by who. You know what I'm saying?
That Keith Thurman bullshit.
Right. You never do that. So I like what Wilder does in the media, but behind closed doors is something we don't know. We don't know if Wilder was really pushing for the WBC to allow that fight to stay sanctioned. We don't know if Wilder was telling Lou DiBella and Al Heyman, hey, fuck it, I don't care. It was blood pressure medication. Let the fight happen. We don't know if he was really pushing for that. All we know is the WBC canceled the fucking fight, and Lou DiBella was more than happy to announce that he would be fighting.
Jesus, thank you, God. You know what I'm saying? But then the WBC approved, or what's this motherfucker, what's the dude, Neary, or whatever the fuck.
WBC approved fucking Francisco Vargas after he failed the test to go forward with his fight.
Right. Exactly.
That's what makes 2K statement That make you raise the eye like, well, shit. You know, not saying Wilder on behind it, but I'm just like, if they approving these niggas that's tested positive, you know what I'm saying? Recently,
this is nothing like Povetkin. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like it. This is nothing
and
like
the
Lucas
WBO.
Brown. They should have let the fucking fight happen. They should have been like, blood pressure medication? You should have put that on the motherfucking sheet when we asked you to. But that's fine. This is too big of a fight. Let it happen. And we could have had a fight, man. Fuck out of here.
Exactly.
They did that with Brian.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm telling you, man, this shit it's just seems. Povetkin started the curse of Wilder opponents, man. He started that shit.
Yeah, he did.
He did, but to your point, this is something that pisses me off too. Now, like you said, Wilder is doing everything right that we say he should. We have always said this nigga need to be more vocal and more aggressive. We said that, right?
Yep.
But it's funny, people can say shit. And I had this argument with Kat. Anthony Joshua and Keith Thurman can sit there and say shit about, you know, I'm not always gonna win. I could lose, or I'm not as long as him and muffle to myself. Oh, he just being humble and honest. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that bullshit. As a fighter, you're supposed to lie to yourself because guess what? You do get in the ring with a motherfucker that you know you ain't better than, but you got to tell yourself I can whoop his ass. Yeah. So fuck out of here, man. I got that garbage.
I got a question, guys.
Yeah.
Now, we've been talking about Wilder need to fight the top guys in the top 10. Unfortunately, we know the heavyweight division is a shitty division. I was checking this out in the 2K. I'm bringing some stuff up from the group chat from Eastwick.
Right.
Dylan White is technically number 6. If Wilder stopped, by the Ring magazine rankings. Now, how would y'all feel if Wilder just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take if I can't get any fights with Joshua, I'm gonna start off with the number 10 cat and start whooping everybody's ass to get to the number 1." Not necessarily you got to do that, but you know what? If I'm gonna give me some competition, I'm gonna pick from that list instead of going through the WBC list. How would y'all feel about that?
Look here, man.
It ain't how we feel; it's how Wilder feel, bro.
This is the reality of the situation, man. And Wilder, although he is a victim of Povetkin failing his drug test, that would have been a step-up fight. The motherfucker after him, nobody really knew who he was. That's why he took Peds, so he can get an advantage. And then you got Luis Ortiz with that situation, right? It just seems so – it's crazy that all of a step-up fights, something happens, right? But it's not really Deontay Wilder's fault per se, right? Depends on if you're a conspiracy theorist or not in this situation. Now, but here's the reality with Wilder. Although all those things have happened, he's still not a victim. He could have gotten himself ranked by those other organizations. He decided to stay on the WBC track. You understand me? This nigga could have been like, yo, WBA, this is Deontay Wilder, motherfucker. What do I got to do to get on your motherfucking top 5 rankings as a title holder to be able to fight Shannon Briggs for that title, or to be able to fight at the time Lucas Brown, the winner of at that time it was Lucas Brown and Ruslan Shagayev. How do I get in those rankings to fight them 2 bum-ass niggas that you about to give titles to, right? At the time, he could have called the IBF. Hey, IBF, this is Deontay Wilder, motherfucker. I want to know how I get in top 5 of your rankings to be able to fight for that vacant title, because at the time, nobody was holding it. They gave it to fucking Joseph Parker. I mean, not Joseph Parker, fucking AJ, right? Yeah. Fucking Charles Martin and that Russian nigga, I forgot, Glasgow, whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah, he fucked his leg up.
Nigga that tripped over his own foot. Nigga tripped over his own foot, broke his own knee and shit. Yeah. Anyway, he could have been like, yeah, how do I get that belt? He could have called the WBO. This is Deontay Wilder, motherfucker. He didn't do that. That's my problem with Wilder. He stayed on the WBC tracks. And now he finds himself not relevant in the other 3 major sanctioning bodies. You see what I'm saying? So it's not all on other fighters, and it's not all on Deontay Wilder's team. It is on him too. You see what I'm saying? He's bitching and moaning on Twitter about niggas not wanting to fight him, but you didn't get ranked either, B. Go call these niggas and get ranked. Show up at press conferences. If you that serious, get your ass out there. He's not doing that. So,
I mean, it got to be a way that unification bouts take precedent over. You know how they got mandatory fucking. You know they need to have mandatory unification bouts or some shit to make because the way we be waiting forever for a fight or shit got to line up for a perfect. You know what I'm saying? Time for these champions to fight. I think it should be a fucking mandatory. You know what I'm saying? A year or whatever it is, and you got to fight or something like that. But I agree with 2K, man. It's just. You got to do what you got to do to get yourself where you want to get to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got the WBC title, but there's 3 more fucking belts out there that you want. And obviously these motherfuckers don't want to fight you, so you're going to have to pull some strings. You got a powerful advisor behind you and Al Heyman who can throw money if that's what it need to be. You know what I'm saying? To get you ranked. And you find yourself in these fights. But until you do something, man, you're going to be fighting these niggas that we don't want to see you fight.
Absolutely.
All right. So I guess we can kind of move along. I did want to touch on Tyson Fury a little bit more, but I know we've been on that a little bit. So I mean, if you guys also Fury a little bit, I mean, what's the likelihood of that we actually see him? He still has to go through his little hearing in the UK. I don't know if they were going to possibly suspend him or if this is just to test his well-being, his mental, state after going or taking his hiatus. So I mean, what is the real likelihood that we actually see him in 2018? Going on 2 years of inactivity, he's looking bigger and bigger every time I see him in a crowd somewhere. So,
yeah.
I mean, what's the likelihood we really see that happening? It looks like Hearn wants to push that for 2018. So, and Fury has said he wants to fight 3 times in 2018 as well. So I want to get you guys' thoughts on that real fast as far as the likelihood of Fury even making it. To the ring because of, of course, the hearing and then being in game shape, and it's almost 2018 already. So I'll go ahead and let Bernard touch on that.
Man, you know what? I can see late 2008. I say late 2018. I can see that fight possibly happen, but he's going to either tune up first before he does it. Maybe 2. So it could probably push to 2019. I know that seems kind of crazy, but it also depends on the hearing as well. But after this Tyson Fury, I got another topic. I want you, since we still talk about the heavyweight division, I'm gonna throw something. I want to get everybody's opinion for this thing, but I'm gonna throw something else out there that could possibly fuck up the unification bout.
All right. Anybody else want to touch on Fury? The likelihood of Fury actually being in the ring in 2018? 2K, Bo.
Can't trust that nigga, man. Yeah, I believe it when I see it. I mean, simple as that. He got too many demons, man, and until that nigga shake him, I just expected to just hear him keep talking about shit.
You might get Huggy versus Joshua before that.
Shit, I shoot, man. Don't even say that shit, man. He would need to never fucking box again. Fuck him. Great value, Fury. What we said before the fight.
Hell yeah.
Shit, man.
He's been. You watch his older fights before the Parker fight. You gotta understand, it's these UK niggas, man, that be hyping these motherfuckers up, and that hype bleeds over into American fan bases, man, and then they continue to push that hype.
American casual fan bases.
Yeah, so if you watch Huggy's older fights, it's clear he's not going to be a top heavyweight anytime soon. That's why I didn't even watch the Joshua Huggy Fury fight. I didn't give a fuck. I mean, I forgot the nigga name. Joseph Parker, Huggy Fury.
He's sorry too, bro. He's sorry as fuck too. I remember motherfuckers who said he was the next coming of the heavyweight division. I'm like, where? This nigga really lost to Ruiz.
That nigga lost it to Cam.
Yep. I mean, this nigga sorry, bro. He the trash of the division. I mean, niggas, man, that shit.
Oh my God! My bad. I don't mean to go a little bit off topic, but the worst thing I ever heard. This is the worst, bro. I seen a post. I should put it on my next episode of Social Media's Dumbest Boxing Post. Motherfucker put, who's the better fighter from New Zealand? Joseph Parker or David?
Oh boy.
I saw that.
Put that shit on there. Put that shit on there.
Did you see how many motherfuckers was talking about Joseph Parker?
Yes.
That's one, man. Come on.
He's horrible, dog.
David Tua never won a title. Joseph Parker is the first heavyweight from New Zealand to win a title. Nigga, look at the division.
Yeah, I'm about to say, look at the era, bro. Come on, man.
Nigga, David Tua would have knocked everybody out in the first round today, nigga.
Hell yeah.
Nigga,
Hell yeah.
David Tua would have been undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, all by 4 first-round knockouts.
Bro, Parker wouldn't even made it past the first round in David Tua's era, bro. So it's like, do the research. Just because your nigga young don't mean you should be dumb, man. That's why they got Google, YouTube, and all that shit, bro.
This is the shit that I be talking about, dog.
Yep.
You gotta realize, cats like David Tua had to go through the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Bo, we can barely hear you, bro.
Are you on speakerphone or something, nigga?
Bo, we can barely hear you, bro.
Yo, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
you still kind of low. See if you can get a little bit more. A little bit higher.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Go ahead.
All right. David Tua, act like David Tua back in them days. Them niggas had to go through the gauntlet. All right?
Yeah.
You had the Lennox Lewis, the Evander Holyfield, the Tysons. And then before you got to them, you had to fight the Ike Balbushis and them motherfuckers like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Okay? Them niggas went through the gauntlet. So what the fuck is y'all talking about when y'all say shit like that? Just because a motherfucker.
Top 10. There was an actual real top 10 in the heavyweight division. That's all I can say. Right now, we looking at 4 or 5 fighters. I mean, in the heavyweights.
Yep.
And that ain't
That's much credit.
Yeah. I
all
agree.
right, so I guess we'll keep it on this so we can knock out these heavyweights for now. We were going to touch on this one. Kubrat Pulev, who pulled out of the fight with Anthony Joshua.
Everybody
2K
quiet.
called this shit, too. 2K called it last week, too.
Everybody quiet. A teacher is about to speak. 2K.
Can I announce the damn topic? Shit.
Oh, my bad, bro.
But, goddamn.
Well, Twine, you forgot before you go on that topic. I was about to mention
Pulled out
something
of
else,
the
but
fight.
I'll wait after this topic.
So Fuller pulled out of the Joshua fight, but he's now in talks, supposedly, to be fighting one of those old boys from the neighborhood.
Old boys.
For the vacant WBA regular title on Oquendo, after he comes back from his injury, of course, which caused him to pull out of the Joshua fight. And they're talking about February already for this possibly happening. So I'll go ahead and pass it on to 2K. I was on this before it even came out in any of the major outlets.
Yep. I told you. You know what I'm saying? Terence Flanagan part 2. I mean, the nigga had an undisclosed leg injury or some other sort. What do you have? A torn pectoral? Okay.
Torn pussy. He hurt his pussy.
His hymen broke.
Both mentioned on the last podcast that a torn pectoral muscle is a serious injury, bro. Like, if the nigga really had a torn pectoral muscle, there's no way the nigga's gonna be ready to fight next year. You know what I'm saying? It takes a long time for that particular muscle to heal, and to heal to the point where you can take damage on it, and it still will be in a healthy state. You see what I'm saying? This nigga getting ready to fight next year. Easy work, like nothing. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
That nigga caught a Charlie horse.
Yeah.
That bitch, and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
Yeah, nigga had indigestion and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what? We know
Heartburn.
Yeah, we knew what the fuck the deal was, man. You know what I'm saying? He had already admitted that he was afraid of Anthony Joshua. He don't want that smoke. He would have got knocked out within the first 4 rounds. That was actually my prediction for the fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what would have happened. And he knew it. So he skipped out because another opportunity was already on the table for him. I think somebody came to him and said, yo, don't take that Joshua fight. You can be champion again. We got an AARP card member getting ready to sign the contract to fight you for the WBA regular title. You know who Oquendo is? He's like, yeah, that's that motherfucker that I was fighting when I was in the 5th grade. Dude was like, yeah, you get a chance to fight him. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Nigga, no disrespect to my nigga Bo, but Oquendo old than a motherfucker. This nigga was 42 years old The last time the Dallas Cowboys won the goddamn Super Bowl. Nigga, 42 years old.
Damn.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. We don't want to see this. And why the fuck is the WBA always giving Frez Oquendo opportunities?
Hey. Topic about pull-up.
So,
Topic about pull-up, goddammit.
why? The nigga lost a respectable majority decision to Ruslan Shagayev like 4 years ago. It's over, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You lost, nigga. You would have lost to Lucas Brown. But that fight got canceled. Then you was going to fight Ruslan Shagayev in a rematch. Shagayev retires. Then they let you say you was getting ready to fight Shannon Briggs for the same title. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bruh. I'm tired of seeing Frez Oquendo's name on a list of fighters getting ready to fight for a heavyweight title. It's unacceptable, and this was clearly a straight-up cop-out by Pulev because he had prior knowledge before he pulled out of the Joshua fight that he was going to get the Frez Oquendo fight. I 100% guarantee it, people. 100%.
Yep.
And it only puts him in line to fight Joshua again if he actually does win. I'm assuming.
But he get.
He probably gonna retire after he win this shit. He like, you know what?
He can say, hold on, but he can say, "I'm able to be champion."
I was a world titleist.
Yeah.
I was a two-time heavyweight champion.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Bo, hey, Bo, let me know when you're ready, my brother. I'll go to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We get you trained up, my nigga. You can go fight for that heavyweight title, nigga. Straight up, straight from amateurs to heavyweight title contention, nigga. You ain't got to fight nobody in between. That's basically what's happening here.
Hell yeah, shit, Bo. You might as well get shit. It's like a big payday for you, too.
Hold on, nigga. You motherfuckers talk like my ass is old or some shit, man.
No, nigga, I'm saying, look, we could just go to Chicago, you know, train you up, nigga. You could beat old-ass Frez Oquendo. You could be old-ass Kubrat fucking Pulev, nigga. Shit, fuck it. Y'all niggas train me. I'm 215. I can fight. Shit, I'll take it.
How the fuck I'm supposed to fight? I'm 175. How the fuck want me to fight this dude?
Next topic.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk. Hold on. Now, this is the topic I wanted to bring up. I don't know if y'all heard, but supposedly PED Vacant is... got a chance to become the mandatory
for the WBO.
WBO.
WBA.
I seen that shit.
No. It's WBO.
It's WBO.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
This is fucked up. I hate to say it. This could possibly, when Big Koo said I want to see Parker versus Joshua, Parker versus White, all that. The honest truth, and I hate to say this could fuck up a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
In terms of because if he gets a hold of that motherfucking belt, ain't nobody going over to fight him in Russia.
Nope.
Because you know the motherfucking Russians got motherfucking money. Hell, shit, they got standby opponents just in case.
Bro, he gonna beat the fuck out of Parker, bro.
The guy's
name Vacant has been associated with, he don't ever need to be attached to a title. Like, it's always going to be some kind of question to me.
Well,
how he's in the good graces already with all of the divisions, I couldn't do that with him. Like, I just couldn't.
Money talk.
Well, the guy's name over there in Russia is Andre Ryabinsky.
Okay.
That's the guy that got way more money than Al Heyman. That nigga's like the godfather in terms of money, boxing and shit. The nigga, if you in a goddamn what's that shit called? A purse bid with Andre Ryabinsky, you lost, B.
Yeah.
You lost. Automatic L, nigga. He ain't got to say shit. Niggas already know.
It's some bullshit though, man. If that's true, I mean, that's bull. I swear, bro.
You guys
that's
think
bullshit.
Can't ever be associated with a title belt ever? Like, I don't think his name should be mentioned with the title.
No.
For a belt.
No. He shouldn't. Him and Lucas Brown, these are two guys that were caught taking PEDs twice in an 8-month span. Povetkin was 6 months. That should be automatic dismissal from the sport. You see what I'm saying? They slapped his wrist the first time, and then he fucked up again not too much later. You know what I'm saying? So it should be done and over with. We shouldn't even be hearing Povetkin or Brown. For the rest, well, I haven't heard of Brown, so I guess that's a good thing. But Povetkin, he seems to keep, popping up out of nowhere and shit. He has a fight here, he has a fight there. Nigga pops up in the media, and that's all because of Andrei Rybinski's clout over in Russia. But I mean, if you look at the WBO rankings, and to piggyback off of what Bernard said, if Alexander Povetkin ends up becoming WBO champion, well, he has nobody to worry about. You got Christian Hammer, number 1. Some no-name nigga named Tom Schwartz, number 2. Dominic Breazeale, number 3. Jarrell Miller, he might have to worry about him at 4. Dillian White, number 5. Some Japanese nigga named Yotaro Fujimoto. He's garbage. I don't even know him, but he's garbage. Number 7. Some Chinese nigga named Zilei Zhang. Based on the last Chinese nigga they had, he's garbage. You got Carlos Takam at number 9. You know what I'm saying? And guess who's at number 10? The nigga Huggy Bear. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Let's be nobody.
Yeah, let's be honest though, man. Let's be honest. The Russian, the guy you named, must have paid some money to get Povetkin on that ranking system.
Of course.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? There's no
and
way
the WBO is incompetent. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let's be honest. It seems like now he's going to have his guys involved or his money. Bob Arum is involved with the WBO as well as Frank Warren. So
boxing corrupt as fuck. Cause
corrupt. The WBO is probably the worst out of all of them.
That's why I don't know, man. I don't know who worse, bro. It is what it is, man. We ain't gonna never get no unified champion.
Money always talks, man, and we gonna continue talking about the WBO and some of their flawed stuff. I mean, I won't say it's necessarily that flawed. I'm gonna get y'all's opinion on it with this topic, but the bout between Sergey Kovalev, the return bout of Sergey Kovalev and Vyacheslav Shabranskyy has been approved for the vacant WBA title that was relinquished by Andre. Let me get you guys' thoughts of that being approved by the WBO. Of course, Sergey Kovalev, I mean, he lost to pretty much what we consider the top pound-for-pound guy in the boxing, so he probably shouldn't drop that low in rankings. But do you think, as this being his return bout, this was appropriate by the WBO?
I like it. I'm not going to hate on it. I like the fight, man. The reason being is because Sergey Kovalev fought 2 hard bouts against one of the best fighters of this era. The first one was very hard, very grueling. Nigga lost a split decision. Second one, he got beat the fuck up and knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So 2 hard, grueling bouts back to back. And he took his first 2 L's of his career. A career that was backed by HBO, backed by the hype job of HBO, the hyping of his promoter and the hyping of these dumbass fans that wanted to get behind a white Russian fighter. So he needs to recuperate, right? And the recuperation period is against a fellow Russian fighter. I believe Shabransky's Russian. I don't give a fuck. Any of them Shabranskyy, Ashlavkis, they all Russian to me, nigga.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a recuperate fight against a fellow Russian who's not that bad of a fighter. I mean, I still like how Shabranskyy tore up Bo's Cuban brother, Yunieski Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? Beat the fuck out that nigga. But anyway, he's still a good fighter. It's a good matchup for him as a comeback fight. And after this fight, I feel he should be in the ring with one of the top guys at 175. It's a good fight after 2 losses back to back. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I don't dislike the fight. I just don't think he should be fighting for the WBO title after just losing it. I mean,
twice.
He lost it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't got a problem with the fight at all. With him, the fight, getting a title shot after. Come on, man. I mean, I'm not saying it's the worst because if anybody deserved to get a title shot, I guess it'd be him because he, somewhat of an elite fighter. Was a long reigning champion, but it just sets a bad precedent. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I just don't think he should be fighting for the title.
All I'm gonna say is this.
He shouldn't be fighting for it. He just came off a loss to fucking
agree.
No, Shabranskyy.
He fought since the Barrera loss, but I get what you're saying. He shouldn't.
No, sir. They don't count. No name undefeated nigga that was 10-0 with 1 draw. Those 2 wins don't count. Fuck that.
Gosh.
That's what I'm about to say. I don't know how this, because like everybody, see, it's funny how everybody want to talk about the ranking system only with this particular fighter. Explain to me how Shabranskyy equates to a WBO title fight. Explain to me how Helenius resonates a WBC silver title fight. Explain to me how a David Allen, who was 9-0, qualifies for a WBC intercontinental title fight. So that's my only issue with that shit. Like the fight itself, I don't have a problem with the fight. But just like, remember when we always saying, how the fuck does Robert Guerrero qualify you to win a vacant WBC title fight when Johnny Garcia fight? That's what I'm saying. The inconsistency is what pisses me off with some of these months.
I mean, these promoters definitely got a lot of pull, a lot of power. I want to liken it to record industry payola. It's definitely there, man. Bernard's touched with the top rank in the WBO, which is something we'll probably touch on in another topic coming up. But these promoters definitely have pull with certain sanctioning bodies, man. It's definitely evident to see a little flash, a little cash or something that they waited to make these things happen.
It's prestige. It ain't. It's prestige. Think about it. Who would you like to have that WBO title war? Put it on Sergey Kovalev, or put it on somebody that nobody really know nothing about?
Yeah. And it's about money for them at the end of the day too, man. Like they want to see the most they can out of these purses, the percentage of purses they getting. So I guess a name like Kovalev does bring that at 175 right now.
Hey y'all, but you know what's fucked up though? The WBO is on some shady shit though. Kovalev is not even #1 ranked. It's Alexander Gavadzik. Why is he not fighting for the vacant title?
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
Is it Gavadzik with main events?
Right now, he's with Top Rank.
Bro, they got rank #2 fighting rank #10 for the vacant WBO title. That's fucked up, dog. That's fucked up. If I'm Alexander Gavadzik, nigga, I'm mad than a motherfucker. I'm calling the WBO like, nigga, what the fuck, nigga? But of course he ain't gonna do that. He gonna sit back and let it happen.
If the same WBO tried to make Carnelo, put Carnelo over that dude, what's his name, Cursadis, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go ahead and touch on our next topic, man. His name has been mentioned earlier.
We're ducking.
Fake injuries.
Terry Flanagan.
Faking injuries.
Pussy ass motherfucker.
So recently, Terry Flanagan was in the news saying that pretty much a fight was signed, sealed, and delivered to unify against Jorge Linares. What happened in the days in the aftermath of that, who the fuck knows? In those talks, he's dropped his belt and moved to 140, leaving Ray Beltran in line to fight for the vacant belt, with no set opponent yet, of course. Man, let me get you guys' thoughts on this move. I'll start with 2K because I know he got some fire for that ass. So let me get some thoughts on that with 2K as far as Terry Flanagan, man.
I mean, just another Big Cool said it himself. Punk ass motherfucker, man. Just another bitch ass nigga in boxing. That's in protective custody by one of the greatest protectors of all time. You know what I'm saying? Frank Warren.
That's what we call it now, protective custody.
Yeah, that's what it's called, B. That's B. When you can't find niggas, that's where they at. That's where they at. You be looking for niggas, they in protective custody, dog. You never gonna find them niggas.
Got him locked up in
You know what I'm saying?
He can't go to he can't be in General Pop.
Yeah, he snitched on Linares for wanting to fight him, man.
That
He
nigga
said that guy want to fight me, so they had to protect him.
Yep, I like what he just said. The nigga say he can't be in General Pop exactly because in general population they got niggas like Jorge Linares, Mikey Garcia and general population. He don't want that. He don't want that action. They got.
Mikey Garcia running General Pop.
Yeah, yeah. They got Mikey Garcia. I mean, not Mike Garcia. Felix Verdejo and General Pop. He don't want that work. You know what I'm saying? So they got him in protective custody. It's obvious. And this is the same guy who protected the fuck out of Joe Calzaghe. Yeah, I'm waiting on the dislikes. Please ring them in. Because everybody knows Joe Calzaghe was fucking protected by Frank Warren for like 90% of this nigga's career. You know what I'm saying? Protected him against Darius Mikulszewski. I can't pronounce the nigga name, but y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what the deal is with this guy. And this is just another fighter that is in the sport, is not looking for no smoke, wants to hold a belt, but doesn't want to fight the best. And that's why he vacated and moved up. Now he's going to 140, right? At 140, Terence Crawford just left. You still got Julius Ndongo, who I think beats Terry Flanagan. You got Adrian Broner, who I think beats the hell out of Terry Flanagan.
Easy.
You've got Victor Postal. He looked like shit in his last fight, but he could probably beat Terry Flanagan. Oh, and you got that big, bad, up-and-coming motherfucker and Regis Prograis, who probably knocks Terry Flanagan smooth, clean the fuck out and retires this bitch-ass nigga.
No, Amir Mom? No, Amir
Man, Amir Mom fuck around and lose and shit. I can't mention him. He fuck around and lose. Nigga shoulder rolling on the ropes and shit, fuck around getting knocked out again. Can't mention him.
And he just don't know. Flanagan don't know these niggas coming up to 142. I mean, Garcia, Easter Jr. eventually, you know, so he can't run forever. What, he gonna run to 147? No. You know what I'm saying? So he probably gonna fight Crola, fucking Ricky Burns or some shit. Get them motherfuckers, you know, them domestic fights.
This is one of the interesting things about the WBO. When you move up in weight, you're automatically moved into that #1 position and you can fight for a title. Terence Crawford pulled this clause before when he moved up to 140. And it's looking like Flanagan is in position to do that as well, possibly fighting for a vacant title that Terence Crawford just dropped in his next fight. Right now, it's looking like it could be Maurice Hooker or somebody else, but pretty interesting. So, I mean, even though he's dropped the belt, he's put himself in position to win the title, or at least to be in another, possibly be a 2-division title. How do you guys think he fares against like a Maurice Hooker? Like he's been on and off to me as far as what I've seen from him. He's looked good in certain fights and others he's looked like, nothing. But they say he's one of those, gym warriors for the most part. Maurice Hooker. You're in Dallas. I mean, where Mighty Mo is from. I mean, what's the take you guys hear on him down there?
Well, like I said before, y'all remember that amateurish motherfucker Charles Hatley that got knocked out by Jamel Charlo recently? Well, I'll tell you what. They talk about Maurice Hooker way more than they talk about Charles Hatley. And you see where Charles Hatley got. That nigga got the WBC title shot. So, Maurice Hooker, while I don't think he's that good of a fighter, all I remember is Darlys Perez, man. That's all I remember, And to me, Maurice Hooker got his ass whooped in that fight.
Yeah.
So, that's actually a 50-50 fight. Maurice Hooker and Terry Flanagan. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know who wins that one. Maurice Hooker, like you said, he's off and on. But he got a lot of pub out here in Dallas. He's probably one of the more talked about fighters that's not as popular as Errol Spence.
Yeah, and even Terence Crawford has said he'll probably be the next thing at 140. I haven't seen enough in him to actually eat that shit, but
I doubt it.
Hopefully we'll get a chance
to be
title, in this title shot. If he is to face Terry Flanagan. Man, everybody was happy about 135 just a second ago, and I mean it's looking like we're not gonna see any kind of unifications, man.
They saying Easter Jr. and Garcia.
I mean, that's a possibility because they got the same manager. But, I mean, as far as Linares and Garcia, I mean, originally you said that Golden Boy tried to offer options on it. And I guess I seen something recently to where Eric Gomez, president for Golden Boy,
You said that wasn't true.
Yeah, that they'd actually do a single fight deal. So I'm interested in seeing how that happens. Mikey Garcia actually responded and said they gonna keep from calling, fuck all that public shit. So we'll see how it plays out. But I don't think Linares actually wants that fight, that smoke as much as they've been talking. So especially after the way he looked in his last fight. So I definitely don't think he wants that smoke with Garcia as much as his team says it.
None of these fighters want smoke, man.
Talking about Easter?
Nah, you talking about Linares.
Oh yeah. No, Linares ain't never wanted that smoke. It ain't even it ain't even about the last fight. This nigga ain't never wanted that smoke. This nigga don't want that smoke so bad that he went over and joined the UK circuit, nigga. That nigga over there, bro. Linares ain't even American as far as I'm concerned, nigga. He UK nigga right now. That's how bad he don't want that.
You about to fight Luke Campbell in a rematch, ain't you? You gonna fight him again?
I'm telling you.
That dude, that shit is sad though, man. Fucking neither Linares nor Flanagan want that work with Mikey.
Flanagan don't want that work with nobody that's fucking. They got a post, man. At least Linares fought some people. This nigga Flanagan won't fight nobody worth a damn. So he just need to retire.
Was Easter Jr. ever mentioned to me among either of those two? That could have been another, optional unification. Easter's name wasn't even mentioned with either of those two.
Look at that nigga, man. He like fucking 6 feet, weighing 135 pounds. Nobody want to fight that nigga for real.
Yeah. All right, so moving along, man. We have some more news about a fight we were actually looking forward to, man. Sergey Salido was actually going to fight for the WBC title held by Miguel Berchelt, who's already coming off a hand injury, but re-injured his hand in training. So that fight looks to be scrapped. But in the interim, they're looking to make an interim title fight between Orlando Salido and Francisco Vargas, who, of course, had one, Fight of the Year candidate in 2015, 2016. I forgot which year it was, but I know it was recently, one of the most recent ones. Let me get you guys' thoughts on this as far as that being the interim title scrap. Vargas hasn't been in the ring in a while. Of course, the brutal fights he's been in and recovering from that. So, coming back against Salido and for an interim title, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that's a good call by the WBC? I'll go ahead and start off with both.
Yeah, I think it's a good call, man. I think it's a good call because he's been off for a while. Hopefully, he's well rested. He's got his focus back. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a good call.
All right, passing along, Bernard, man. This is, I guess, what Vargas. This would be Vargas's first fight this year, or his first fight since, of course, his last one. I'm not sure if he fought earlier this year or if it was late last year. So, but do you think after coming off the loss to Berchelt that, he should get an interim title shot against Salido?
Ooh. I don't think Salido should be the opponent. I don't think he should get yes, I agree with it. I think it's a good fight for him to get an interim shot to go so you get a chance to get a rematch. But I would think he would take a light touch because he took a beating in that last fight against Berchelt. And I understand Wait, didn't they fight last year?
Yeah, I want to say that Berchelt fight was last year, man.
Yeah, I would think he'd take a light touch, not go to war with somebody, because that's going to be a war. And that took a lot out of him. So I would think I would think he should take a light touch. But since it's for the interim title, I'm with my partner on this one. I agree with it, but I wish he would have took a lighter touch and then worked to get back that rematch against Berchelt. Start off slow.
Like, I kind of think, depending on the situation, it's a situational thing, man. I kind of think the fighter should have to at least fight, I won't say another contender, but at least somebody highly ranked to get back into that title talk, after a loss. Unless it's a situation like, of course, Kovalev, where you've lost to pretty much the pound-for-pound, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, I can understand that. But as far as this one, I'm kind of, I have some questions about it. 2K, what's your thoughts as far as this being for an interim title shot? Considering Vargas hasn't fought, since the loss to Berchelt.
I don't know, man. Like, it's an interim title shot, so I'm not tripping on it. I mean, I don't know, man. I think what this is I think the case in boxing is, you know, you got big names in respective divisions that may have taken L's, and when the opportunity arises, the promoters for those big names, you know, who are usually big name promoters themselves, they want to get those names out there once again. And that's what we're seeing with Francisco Vargas, even though he took a hellacious beating. They still want to get him the opportunity to get his name back out there. So now he's fighting another big name guy in the division for an interim belt. This is what you're seeing with Sergey Kovalev. This is why they're skipping the fact that Alexander Gavadzik is the #1 contender for the WBO title, but they're giving the #2 guy a shot against the #10 because they want his big name to get back out there again. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they're doing. And, I mean, I really don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I think Francisco Vargas is done. Once you take a beating like that from a guy, given a guy with his style, there's really nothing else he's going to change. The blueprint's already out there. So if he ever fights a guy like Miguel Berchelt again, same thing's going to happen. So if he beats Salido, if he doesn't beat Salido, it doesn't fucking matter. He's still going to be done. You know what I'm saying? So this would be a decent fight. The first time they fought was Fight of the Year candidate, or I might have got it. I can't remember if it got it or not. But it was definitely a candidate, and we should get that again. That's all these two guys know how to do is fight.
So I guess we'll go ahead and move on to our next topic. Not really a shocker for us, at least. Terence Crawford, who's vacated his belts from 140 and is moving up to 147. Was recently announced as the mandatory for Jeff Horn's WBO title. Of course, Horn's been linked to a lot of fights as far as his voluntary defense in Australia, so we're not really sure what's going to happen with him yet. Also, still being linked to the Manny Pacquiao rematch. You know, the top rank, and both fighters have said that they're not going to, you know, do a time game with Manny, and they're not going to wait on him. With that said, man, let me get you guys' take. How soon does this Crawford Jeff Horn mandatory get made? I'll go ahead and pass it on to Big Cool.
According to our boy Chris, they got a date of March 18th, I think, pending Horn beating whatever the fuck this nigga he fighting in December. So the sooner the better. Crawford can snatch that title up off Horn and move on to bigger and better things. So, I mean, maybe I wouldn't kind of listen to I don't know if you had another part of the question, but yeah, I caught that part. I think they're supposed to fight in March.
See, the first I've heard, like, I didn't know Chris had put that out there, so that's good to know. They got a date already lined up as far as when a person, all that got it, or, you know, person or agreement got to be made.
Gotta follow that Three Kings page, man.
I am, man. Shit, I just don't be online like that now, man. But shit, that's pretty interesting to know, man. But do you guys expect some kind of entry about the 147, or just wait this out? But Norbert, what's your take on Terence Crawford's position at the 147?
I mean, I'm kind of not surprised that Bob Arum has already getting him that title shot. I think we all kind of knew that either Pacquiao or Horn being in the winner, but Horn ended up being the winner, that Arum wants to throw Horn right to the wolves. I personally don't think Horn should fight Terence Crawford this early. Even though Horn does come to fight, but we kind of already know what the outcome is going to be. We know Terence Crawford is going to whoop his ass, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? It's going to end up with a knockout victory or a stoppage. With that being said, I mean, we already knew that Crawford was going to be at 147, man. I mean, this is tailor-made for Crawford. Now, the question is, once Crawford gets that belt, will Arum decide to let him go and fight the Heyman fighters? That's the question.
I hope so.
All right.
You know,
so with that being put out there, let me get a couple of, I guess, just opinions on who you guys don't think Crawford waits until March to fight. So just as an introductory to 147, who would you guys like to see him in there just to get his feet wet at the weight, or somebody you guys would be comfortable seeing him in there with as his first fight at 147?
Jesse Vargas,
Chris Algerian,
Jesse Vargas.
All right. Knowing how Top Rank works, now let's get some of those names out there. I mean, I don't think Vargas is with Top Rank now. From what I'm hearing, I think he's alleged with an allegiance with Heyman now. From what I've been seeing recently, so I mean, I guess Vargas would be a good one if he was still under Top Rank. So I give that one some credence. Any names you guys would like to see out there for him?
Man, put him in there. You know what they should do? Put him in there with Lucas Matisse or Bradley Ski. Because that nigga is ranked number 3. I mean, make him fight somebody else in the WBO. At least, damn. I mean, I like Terence Crawford. And if I was a biased motherfucker, I would be like, yeah, this is the right move. He should be the mandatory. It doesn't matter if he hasn't fought at 147. But I'm not biased. So, with that said, I don't agree with this shit. He should not be the immediate mandatory. And we already knew this was going to happen. We already knew as soon as Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao, they were going to try to get Bob Arum was going to try to get Terence Crawford in there as his mandatory so it could be literally the exchange of hands when it comes to the title. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically what you're going to see in the ring is Jeff Horn is physically going to hand his title to fucking Terence Crawford.
Yeah, you're going to like his face been grinded up. You know what I'm saying? For them.
We already knew that was going to happen. So at least, like, damn, Bob Arum, like, make it look like you really didn't plan it, nigga.
Right.
Let him fight some motherfucker. Konstantin Ponomarov, you know what I'm saying? He's a respectable rank number 5. You know, let him fight that nigga. There's a bunch of these garbage ass niggas from rank 1 to 15 on the WBO welterweight rankings that he could put him in there for 2 fights. Ray Robinson, for God's sakes. Let him fight that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the nigga that fucking Omar knocked out the ring.
Yeah, I'm just saying though. At least let the nigga fight somebody. Don't make it look like cause this is the thing with casuals, B. Terence Crawford get in the ring, fight my nigga Bradley Ski, right? Knock his bitch ass out the ring. Casual's gonna be like, oh my god, he's ridiculous, he's sensational. Let's see him fight Jeff Horn. That's all they need. Yeah. But when he just slides right in there and fights Jeff Horn, even the casuals are like, hey, that doesn't look right.
Yo,
and that's that. Wait a minute, that's the truth because you just said something like WBO, and we was just talking about that, right? Now, they're making him the mandatory. Normally, they say a former champion can challenge a champion at a high weight division. The WBO ain't even waiting for that. They like, fuck it, you are mandatory. Fuck it, you gonna jump over everybody. Yep. And you're gonna be the fucking mandatory, and that's the part that catch to understand. Like, yeah, listen, like I'm with 2K. And listen, I'm not you try to be fair, and that's some bullshit. And what's funny is the same motherfuckers that's saying they okay with Terence Crawford being the Mando are the motherfuckers that's saying Charlo should fight somebody else to prove that he's a mandatory for the WBC.
Yep.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So. But I'm with you, man. Make him fight like 2K said. But the thing is, remember when me and Bernard interviewed Red, they made it clear if they go to 147, it's for a title fight. Yeah. So they probably put something on Bob like, look, we go to 147, Jack, it's for a title. And then remember, too, Freddie Roach made it clear he wasn't going to let Pacquiao fight Terence Crawford. Nah, so Bob is like, look here, let me go ahead on and pass this belt off because Freddie ain't going to let Manny fight this dude. And I guarantee you, if Bob makes Terence Crawford, Jeff Horn, Manny Pacquiao is in permanent retirement. He turns
that's effective retirement immediately. Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, but then I think he should just fight anyway because he need to fight. What he fought twice this year? If I'm not mistaken. He need to be fighting 3 times a year just to be active. So I agree with going 2K, man. Let him fight somebody.
Who needs to be after Crawford?
He need to be more. I like to see. I like to see these top guys if they can.
no, here's my thing. If that was the case, he then should have kept all the belts and fought Lipnuts in December.
Good call.
No, but I mean, yeah, but I mean, if he gonna get to get acclimated to 147, I mean, he could have fought a guy at 147, this year in December. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting, because Jeff Horn ain't as good as him skill wise, but he a big motherfucker.
I don't think me personally.
You know what I'm
I kind
saying?
of like, yo, if I was like I'm looking at this like on the side of Jeff Horn. I get what y'all saying. I'm like, yo, you ain't even giving Jeff Horn an opportunity to defend the belts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he shouldn't. You know why? Because Jeff Horn is not really signed to Top Rank. Jeff Horn is still signed to that small ass promoter in Australia, but Top Rank, they promote his fights on a fight to fight basis since the Manny Pacquiao fight. So
They got options on them.
Yeah, they got I think they got 2 options on them.
Yeah,
So
right.
they got 2. They got his next 2 fights.
Yeah.
So with that said, with him not really being with Top Rank, they're gonna treat him like shit. Him like, nah, they give up that time, they give it up.
So they basically, right. So basically, like, yo, you just a transition for the Pacquiao since Pacquiao didn't want to fight Crawford or whatever. And
that's exactly what it was.
We made sure Horn got the belt. We're gonna transition Horn a little bit, get him a belt, get him a quick defense.
Yep.
Then after that,
then we're gonna take the title.
I got
Look,
it. We're gonna take the title.
Manny Pacquiao tried to go outside the Top Rank, make a fight with Amir Khan, exclude Bob. Bob said no, stamped it. You gonna fight this motherfucker, and if you want a rematch, you got to fight him in his hometown again, and handed that nigga a loss. That's what
I hope that nigga Crawford leave Top Rank, man, because I don't think he's gonna get the fights that
he's not.
Terence Crawford ain't even getting no money. This nigga's still in the trap. The nigga's still in the trap.
Yes,
how many fights he got left on his contract with Bob Arum? I hope he ain't reading. I hope he don't become like a Tim Bradley.
I don't see Terence Crawford leaving Top Rank or doing the whole my own promotional company thing the way these other cats is doing. I just don't see that from him.
I'm going to predict this. If he does leave and try to go with Heyman, mark my words, that WBO belt will be off him in a matter of minutes.
Oh yeah.
They would strip it. They would find a fucked up way to strip him, man. It would be so fucked up. You'd be like, yo, shoot. No.
But shit, man, I rather strip him, man. He still can't. I mean, look, man.
You just have to accept the fact that we might may never, have another undisputed champion, courtesy of what we're going on is with these sanctioning bodies. It sucks.
That's true.
It sucks. And the WBO is clearly going to be like it's going to be 1-on-1. I understand the IBF with going with their mandatories, but the WBO and they're working with promoters and money and shit like this is blatant. It's clearly blatant.
Yeah.
So, what were you going to say, Bo?
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, you going to say I'm done.
No, I was just going to say you're right, man. It's all like that. Again, we could talk about this all day, man. How do you explain some of these intercontinental silver title fights happening with cats who you like, this motherfucker take an L, fight one dude, and now he's in position to fight for a vacant intercontinental or, backyard jump street title? What the fuck, man?
Well,
boxing, man. Boxing is just go ahead, 2K.
Jeff Horn's next fight is against Gary Cochran.
Corcoran, or something like that.
Let's cheer on Gary Corcoran, Even though motherfucker got knocked out by Liam Williams. Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, Liam Williams, TKO. Liam Williams the same motherfucker that lost to Liam Smith. So you got Liam versus, get the fuck. Man, oh my God, nigga. Boxing, man, see, dog, I gotta start slapping shit out niggas, dog. This fight should not be happening.
No.
You know what I'm saying? This would be the funniest shit in the world. If Gary this nigga ain't even got a real last name. I'm just calling nigga Gary. Yeah, Gary. If Gary Cockhead
GC
Gary Cockhead fucks around and beats Jeff Horn, that's gonna be the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, dog.
Then we're gonna be talking about Terence Crawford versus Cockhead, whatever the fuck you call it. Man, I swear boxing drive motherfucker crazy, man.
But
it's
that's
just
because the fans, man.
There's too many external forces between the promoters and the money. Then the sanctioning bodies being fucked up themselves, man. There's just too many different hands at play fucking it up.
And the fans being fucked up. You got think about, hold on, man. I got to say this, man. You got slow thinking ass motherfuckers that'll tell you how Jeff Horn is a bigger draw than Keith Thurman because he pulled in 51,000 in his hometown of Australia. Nigga, they came because Pacquiao was there. The fuck is you talking about? When did Jeff Horn do 7,000, 4,000, 5,000?
Who the hell is Jeff Horn? Who is Jeff Horn?
Exactly. Right. Wait a minute. Jeff Horn was still working as a school teacher. Was Keith Thurman still working a fucking job? Was Earl Spence still working a fucking job? Get the fuck out of here.
Yep. Man, I equate these, what Bo said, these slow thinking ass fans. Y'all remember that buzzard on Looney Tunes, nigga, with the big ass Adam's apple? That's the fucking slow ass dumb fans remind. Da-doo, da-doo, da-doo. That's what them niggas remind me of. Straight up, man. Dumb motherfuckers, bro.
So this is just a little late edition, man. That I just came across. Or I actually seen I think Willie the Kid posted it in Eastwick earlier. Let me get you guys' take on the WBA's move to mimic the WBC's clean program for the top 15. We've seen it have some success as far as the WBC. You know, they've been catching motherfuckers off guard. WBA got a whole lot of shit going on already, so I think this is just only going to confuse they shit a lot more. But let me get you guys' thoughts on them.
Man, fuck the WBA, man.
I agree.
Fuck the WBA. These motherfuckers suspended Luis Ortiz for something that he felt under another fucking governing body. Fuck the WBA.
Exactly,
I was trying to touch on that. I should have touched on that during the Anthony Joshua Carlos tackling part. But I'm glad you brought that up, man. Yeah, they actually.
No, that's cool. It's good right now.
The WBC didn't even suspend Ortiz, if I'm not mistaken.
No, because they still investigating.
Okay. And so
the WBA launched no investigating. They suspend this nigga for something, no investigation, no final results, but something he did under another governing sanctioning body that you motherfuckers wasn't even attached to. Fuck the WBA. World bitch organization. Fuck them niggas, man.
Ortiz team talked about any legal action about this. I know you're in contact with, a lot of the guys down there in Miami, Bo, as far as, the Cuban camp down there.
They talking about, they talking about what are their options, what they can do as far as what they was signed to when that program kicked off.
Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Between them fake eliminating these regular titles and now adding, this better program, I mean, you just got to keep all eyes open with the WBA. Always some fuckery with them.
All these sanctioning bodies full of shit, man.
I mean, I actually, as weak as their ranking system is and who they got ranked, the IBF probably runs shit better than anybody in boxing right now. I mean, at least they got a set protocol that they follow and don't ever go outside of it.
Yeah, probably, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah,
shit crazy, man. You get fucking Lucas Brown, you get him 2 shots. Fuck out, fuck the WBA, man. World bitch organization, man.
Lucas Brown, nigga, Oquendo.
Didn't they have a dead nigga ranked in the fucking rankings?
No, that was a WBO, I believe.
That was a WBO.
Who was that nigga that was ranked?
I forgot his name, man, but
yeah, we talked about that. That shit was funny.
They actually moved him up in the rankings while
They thought he was gonna come out the ground and he's like, I'm back now, man. Get the fuck out of here, cuz.
He hadn't taken the L yet, 2K. He hadn't taken the L yet.
They thought, man, well, we rank this nigga number 1, he gonna goddamn get the signal and just come up out the no, man. Stop this shit. That shit funny as fuck. You gotta be a dumb motherfucker to do that shit or petty as fuck.
Hey, somebody was paying for him to keep that spot, dog. Shit.
No shit, man.
Actually, you know what?
Pouring 40s at his grave site saying, we got you, dog.
Right. Cool, you were right. It was the WBA.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, no.
Wait, hold up. My bad, hold up. My bad. Hold on 1 second. It was the
nigga,
WBO.
drink 2 eggs and read.
Cause these motherfuckers got these stupid niggas don't know shit. They put the WBA, so it was the WBO. Yeah.
So we're gonna go into I guess our preview for this weekend's the second part of the heavyweight title fights. Man, the rematch between Deontay Wilder and Bermane Stiverne.
Match of the year, baby.
that we've all
You
been.
know what? You know what? I'm glad you did that, Big Cool. I'm just real talk. I'm glad you did that, man, because fuck these motherfuckers. Y'all want to play this game? I'm gonna play this game too. You motherfuckers act like being a nationalist is bad. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna do it. So go ahead, Twan, finish.
All right. So Deontay Wilder taking on Bermane Stiverne this weekend in New York, defending his WBC title, his mandatory defense. Hopefully we could get to some real shit after this one. I'm gonna kick it off with Bo, since he got something to say, man.
All right, you know what? Let's keep it real. Motherfuckers talk about being a nationalist and all that. Well, guess what? All you motherfuckers are nationalists. You can kiss my ass and suck a sick dick. All you motherfuckers are nationalists. So for all y'all that got mad when people said some shit about we hope Takam beat, you felt some kind of way when people said Takam may have a good chance of beating Joshua. Y'all felt some kind of way, but y'all salivating at the mouth if Stiverne beat Wilder. Now, with that being said, yes, I want Deontay Wilder to win only because I want him to continue to annoy you motherfucking tea crumpets drinking ass bastards. That's what the fuck I want him to win for. I want him to win so I can make posts fucking with y'all, letting y'all know, hey, Deontay calling your boy out, but your boy talking about doing some other shit.
Eating that duck
Since that's
soup.
the game you motherfuckers want to play. I hope he win for that reason right motherfucking there. And at the end of the day, Bermane Stiverne is a better goddamn qualified fighter than fucking Carlos Takam and even goddamn Kubrat Pulev, bitch ass I don't want to fight you love was. At least Bermane Stiverne want his get back. So when y'all want to sit there and talk that shit, at least my American motherfucking heavyweight wanted to get a piece of your motherfucking heavyweight ass. So fuck y'all, and I hope this motherfucker whoops the shit out of Bermane Stiverne. Now with that being said.
Oh, he will. That's easy.
What Deontay Wilder has to do is, though, he has to look impressive. He can't go 12 rounds with him the second time like he did the first time.
You gotta kill that nigga.
He can't. Yeah, that's right. He got to look impressive. And I'm hoping, and I know I'm reaching, I'm hoping we see Deontay Wilder do some shit that I saw Daniel Jacobs do when he fought Golovkin. I hope he come out and show some tricks out of the bag that we didn't think this nigga ever had. Because for some odd reason, Anthony Joshua finding the jab or Anthony Joshua throwing the body shot makes you motherfuckers wet your panties. So I hope Wilder come out and throws the jab so I can be like, look at that, he got fundamental skills. I hope he does that. I hope he looks impressive with this win and I hope he gets him out of there within the first 5 rounds.
Now, you know what I want to see? That Super Saiyan uppercut he did in the video. I got to see that shit in the fight, dog. That shit would be dope. But
nah, you ain't gonna see that shit in the fight.
Hell no, too risky.
You ain't gonna see that shit in the fight. You know, see, this nigga was doing a left hook. He was doing double left hooks in practice and got there with Gerald Washington and didn't throw not one left hook.
He ain't even throwing them shits right. Have you seen this nigga, man? I be looking at Wilder, I'm like, God damn, this nigga is flawed as fuck.
Yes,
if that nigga didn't have that power, he would have got knocked out a long ass time ago, man.
Agreed.
That nigga flawed as shit, bro.
The predictions as far as are we seeing a knockout or a repeat of the 12?
There ain't gonna be no knockout. You're not knocking out Bermane Stiverne. Nah, man. He got knocked out by Journeyman back in 2007. But that was, I mean, that's 10 years ago, man. You're not knocking him out. It's gonna be a 120, 108. Easy work.
All right, passing it along to the panel. Bernard, your take on it?
Man, you know what? The last fight they fought, Wilder had him knocked. He actually had him knocked out cold. Actually knocked out on his feet. If y'all look at it, that's when Stiverne tried to grab him and he tackled him down at the end of that round.
Yeah.
I really and the only reason Wilder was not able to knock him out because he had broke his hand in that fight. So if Wilder does not break his hand in this fight, I can see him getting knocked Stiverne out in this fight. I'm not gonna predict the round. I'm gonna say probably. I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be after the 6th round. Prediction.
All right, big cool. Prediction for home.
Man, I mean Wilder, shit. Wilder by KO. I think he really gonna knock this nigga to sleep. So I'm saying about 4th round knockout, clean knockout.
Damn, you ain't giving that nigga no shot.
Yeah, you see what happened to him in the first fight? No chance. But shit, if he lose, you didn't hear this prediction from me. You heard it from Jarrell.
Ain't that some shit? This nigga, you didn't hear from me.
We throwing our alter egos out there and shit.
Government name.
Right, yeah, right. Now the nigga ain't mad if he uses his government name and shit.
Cause I used that shit first.
All right, I'm gonna go with 7th round knockout for Wilder, man. I think he knows he has to be impressive in this one, especially people have some bad things to say about even the Gerald Washington fight. He didn't do much of shit in
You
there.
look like shit in that fight, bro.
So I mean, he definitely needs to impress and show something of the skill set, and hopefully comes out unscathed and uninjured while doing it, man. His injuries are starting to rack up, more than Keith Thurman. So, I mean, definitely want to see him come out unscathed and ready to go into another fight heading into 2018. Hopefully we get some unifications out of him, man.
Okay. I got to talk about what you just said. That is a fallacy in itself.
What, the injuries?
You understand? No, you understand. If Deontay Wilder, as limited as he is, decides to look impressive, he's going to fuck around and lose. He doesn't need to try to look impressive. This nigga needs to go out there and do what he needs to do to win. That's the fuck he needs to do. He's not a good fighter. He just has power. That's it. If this nigga goes out there trying to style and shit, he's gonna fuck around and get caught. Just like he was trying to style with the fucking Russian dude, Artur Spilka. Trying to style and shit, getting his ass whooped for 6 rounds before he actually landed the shot that hurt him. No, the nigga needs to go out there and just win the fight. Do exactly what you did in the first fight.
Jab.
Yeah, exactly. Bermane Stiverne is the same guy. There's no need to deviate from what you did in the first fight. If it looks impressive, good. If it doesn't, fuck it. Just win.
Yeah.
Don't try to knock him out.
Give him 1 round of that shit, and then
if your limited ass tries to look impressive, you will fuck around and get knocked out. No.
Don't get too cocky in there either. Don't get too cocky in there either.
Yeah.
Nah, like what 2K said, man. And try that shit for 1 round. If that shit if it's looking murky, just stick the jab and move, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope that nigga got them fake ass braids out his head too, man. That ain't a good look for us niggas from Alabama wearing weave and shit when we ain't got the hair to do it. You know what I'm saying?
So, but wait a minute, where is he from though? What part of Alabama?
He from Tuscaloosa. He from the incest part of Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So,
and where you from?
I'm from Huntsville.
And
that's where all the fat niggas at.
No, that's in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa area. Yeah, Monkey Town. We ain't starting it today though. We Bama boys. We united this week. I see what you try to do.
That's what you was doing right there.
I see what you tried to do, Bernard. We united this week. It's Wilder week,
No. You ain't trying.
It's Wilder week, man.
Is he mad at me?
Fuck that.
Fuck out of here.
Bernard, you got anything for the Fuckery of the Week award, man?
Of course, it's gonna go to the two awards. The first award is going to the WBO for throwing in there as a mandatory, courtesy of Bob Arams, and as well as putting Vyacheslav in there to get a shot at a world title as a man in a fight. So they get it for that. And the second award goes to you for cutting off the show last week.
Hell yeah.
Actually, we should give Twine an award. The show actually went 3 minutes longer this week than it did last week.
We actually got through everything without interruption, nigga.
Well, we still ain't start. We ain't finished yet because we ain't gave out where they can reach us at. So it's still, it's still shaky.
I want to give out a special award to Eddie Hearn, man. That's my Fuckery of the Week award. Just the back and forth he's been doing, and it's something new every time when it comes to this Wilder Joshua unification. Knowing this, the most talked about thing, one of the most talked about things in boxing right now. he got something fucked up to add to it all the time. So, I mean, my take is Eddie Hearn for this week. Going into the U.O.E.N.O segment for the week, on this day, 1974, October 30th, Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle, KO's George Foreman in the 8th round, man. So shout out, salute to both. Rest in peace, Muhammad Ali. One of the most successful boxing events in history, still to this date. Just imagine if we still had stuff like that overseas, man. Like that shit would be incredible. Being able to travel.
If we just had, man, we just had fighters like that today. Fuck that back in the day. Fuck that shit.
All right. So anybody got anything for the final blow this week? Are we good? Or y'all gonna do your jokey joke shit again? Or what y'all got, man?
Nigga, if you ever do that again, you will be the target for 2 weeks in a row.
Well, you mean 3 weeks in a row because we did in the first 2 weeks. It was
the same exact shit. So what y'all got, man?
Joke, cuz.
I know y'all niggas ain't shy. I know y'all niggas not fucking shy.
No, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. I was already told I was on, so I'm waiting.
I thought it was me here. Y'all started on me, so I'm ready. You know I ain't shy.
No, shit, y'all had a vote that the shit was me.
Hey,
we got the Dark and Beige twins and EJ and Bo.
We say 5 minutes, right? I'm just ready to put that timer on for 5 minutes, and whoever
put that timer on.
Put that timer on.
Put it on.
Twine, you might need to throw some jokes in there too, so
that nigga need to be quiet.
I apologize to the boxing purists that enjoy the show for just the boxing talk. I'm not a part of this shit, man. I'm not getting it.
You're part of the movement, so you're part of this shit too, motherfucker.
Man, this nigga be a company nigga.
This nigga,
He's like, yeah, man, I don't know those
nigga
niggas.
Timothy Bradley 2.0.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey guys, public service announcement.
You gotta have chat. Have more chat. Have more chat.
I don't want to impede on everybody's boxing listening, but I am not a part of this shit, guys. I don't want you to blame this on me, okay?
Fuck up, nigga.
Yeah, I don't know those niggas. I don't know those Negroes. I don't say niggas, Negroes.
How does nigga darker than oil? Right on that side. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Oh
They call it the Tony Gwynn special.
Oh, nigga. Oh, damn, he said he darker than oil. Fuck.
Used oil.
Damn, didn't even filter your ass out. Just.
Yeah, that nigga ain't get filtered. Nope.
Nah, we use that shit again. Oh man, you set yourself up, Twine. I ain't gonna say nothing. No, I ain't gonna say nothing.
No shit, it's 2 weeks now. Y'all keep going in on it.
There's no way if y'all coming at me, so y'all didn't have nothing planned for nobody else. That's the way I take it.
Nah, I ain't said nothing because that's 2K called you.
I ain't gonna go at you.
What's
You just making that shit too easy, bro. You like the easiest nigga to get on here, nigga.
Think I like a sore thumb, bro.
Yeah, he easier than Bernard's country goofy ass. That nigga should be the easiest, but it's fine. How the fuck, nigga?
Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
Bernard, the only nigga in Chicago that's chicken fried steak.
How the fuck you call a nigga from Illinois a country nigga? The country nigga is the motherfucker rolling up that goddamn Suzy Q joint over there, making all that rattling noise over the thing and shit.
Oh hell
What you say, bro? He rolling up in chocolate flavor shit, swishing. What you say,
that
bro?
was you, nigga. We heard you.
Nigga. Yeah, that nigga over there crumbling goddamn Suzy Q paper and shit. When he dropped off, I get everybody clearly. When this motherfucker go to talk, what the fuck this nigga doing? I'm rapping.
Yeah, it was just like that. It was just like that. Yeah.
Hell no, bro. You got me bit, man. Your bald headed ass. You hearing things, cuz.
That nigga over there rubbing a motherfucking diamond towel or some shit. What the fuck is you doing, man?
Hey, man, let me come shine your head for a nickel, man. Shut your ass up.
Shit, with them glasses on, motherfucker, you can see my head.
I sure can too, bro.
What you need to do, nigga? You need to quit fucking around.
Cover your backside up. Somebody coming to hit you in the head with a pan, bro.
At least I can cover my backside. Motherfucker got to get on the ground and roll in dirt, goddamn it, to make sure he cover the spots. Get your motherfucking ass out of here. Nigga got to roll in grass to scratch his back. Get your ass out of here, nigga.
Nigga, Bo, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Nigga, Bo, the blackest Latino I've ever seen in my life, nigga. Nigga. This nigga speak fluent Spanish, nigga, darker than fucking Twine black ass. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Shit, ain't nobody darker than Twine black ass, bro.
Hey, hold on, man. Wait a minute. I know.
Buttercup. No, let me get Buttercup over here.
Oh, you got this beige nigga EJ joking now.
Yeah, right. This nigga over here, right? Like, yo, y'all didn't give me no credit for saying lip nuts, nigga. All of the Eastwick and shit. Man, shut your ass up, nigga.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You credit,
I
nigga.
know, wait a minute.
Hey, Bernard.
I know 2K ain't trying to challenge me on my Latino flavor. This motherfucker finally learned some Spanish from his wife and said, Areola. He wouldn't even say that shit like, yo,
He rolled his arms for the first time.
For the first time in his life and shit, dog.
Hey, man. Hey, Bo and 2K, the fucking Wayne brother twin, Keenan Ivory and fucking Damian Wayne.
Fuck out of here, nigga. This big smoke ass nigga. When the next Grand Theft Auto coming out, nigga? Nigga, they just decasted your ass. No, we don't need that big motherfucker no more. Fuck out of here.
No. Oh shit! Come on, Twine, throw a joke in there, bro. Throw a joke in there, Twine, and we call it a day.
We got like 2 minutes and 25 seconds left, man.
Twine ain't got no. If Twine listen, the only time Twine laughs when that nigga stare in the mirror. He laughed like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that lady gonna love this thing with that bandana, that pop shit.
Twine the only nigga I know, goddammit, that go to the motherfucking store and buy an earring that match his nose, his ear, and his belly button. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Shit, nigga.
Damn, he got a belly button ring. Shit. I hope that bitch is highlighted.
They got nipple piercings and shit.
Why are you thinking about my belly button, bro? Why my belly button on your mind, man?
Oh. Shit, that nigga got a ring for that goddamn skull cap he got and shit. He got a ring for that bitch.
Oh shit. What's up?
Do that shit.
What's up?
Nigga
said, yeah. Which one? He got the base. Yeah, you think they gonna like this? These ladies gonna love this shit, cuz.
Man, that shit be killing me, bro. You know what's funny? Because that nigga had to be thinking that shit when he got that shit pierced, nigga.
Oh man.
Hit that left
nigga remind me of a JC zone. Hey. 3 cuts in your eyebrows trying to wild out. Remember that shit?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's exactly what inspired my piercing, nigga. Is that shit.
Damn, nigga, it's time to retire that fucking it's time to retire them piercings, dog.
Nah, not at all, man.
How old are you, Twine?
Not at all, man. What's up?
I said, how old are you, bro?
You're 32?
No, nigga, for real?
That nigga lying like a motherfucker. That nigga 6'7", nigga. That nigga old ass, fat ass nigga. That nigga ain't 32. Fucking lying ass nigga.
Nigga, you came over here on you came over on the banana boat, motherfucker. Check your shit just like you talk about check mine. Check your shit, nigga.
I know you ain't talking with your Cuban ass.
Yo, you better get. You got 10 seconds.
Hey, Twine and the two grumpy old ass man.
Motherfucker is my height. That's it.
And your motherfucker.
Bro, everybody knows your ass is 5 foot
175, not the whole body, motherfucker. Your head is 175.
That nigga both 5 foot even. Everybody know that shit.
Nah, that
nigga Bo need a step stool to get in the bed and shit. Oh, short ass nigga.
Alright, motherfucker.
Hell no, cuz nigga said 32. He said 32. 32.
Time, niggas.
Hold up, fuck that. Hey, Tom, nigga, hold up.
Hey, Tom, fuck that.
That nigga Bo White holding that nigga hand, getting that nigga a step stool, getting in the bed and shit. Come on, baby, you fine? You up? You up? Get your bitch ass out of here, nigga.
Motherfucker.
Hey, Bernard over there like, yes, I dodged the bullet.
Yo, that nigga, Bo's wife be picking that nigga up and throwing him over her shoulder and shit, nigga, when they leave the house. Come on, nigga, let's go.
Hell no, cuz. Oh, shit, cuz. This shit funny as fuck, cuz.
Wow. 2K got a gun. This motherfucker always starting some shit. She like, damn, I love this nigga, but he always getting in beef and shit. 2K be fighting with his own motherfucking kids. What? Motherfucker, let me get your address. Dad, I live in this house. Oh, my bad. This nigga be so young, he be giving his address to his
Come to
kids.
the backyard. Come to the backyard.
Come to the backyard. The backyard.
Last year, he was handing out that address. Like, that nigga wanted him a Christmas card. He wanted us to send him a Christmas card for Christmas, nigga, some presents or something, nigga. Shit.
That nigga Bo just mad because he still got a booster seat in the car, nigga. That's why the fuck he mad at me. Nigga Bo wife put him in a booster seat, strapped his seatbelt on him and shit. Yo, okay, nigga can't even sit in the front seat, too damn short.
So that's why Bo be falling over them steps in the video with his daughter, because he just legs too short to fucking get the steps.
Oh man, that nigga Bo be lying like a motherfucker when he talking about he driving the truck. That nigga know goddamn well he got a designated driver, nigga. Too short to drive the truck. Then they just throw your ass on the roof for your job. Get up there, nigga. Just throw that nigga on the roof.
Oh man.
I'm back, goddammit. I'm back. Y'all ain't gonna end this up.
Hey, Twine, it's safe to talk, bro. It's safe to talk, bro. We ain't roasting you, cuz.
I'm trying to wait on y'all.
Damn, nigga, you ain't the fun nigga at all, bro. You the nigga that just sit there and take the roast and just like, you know what, fuck it.
I'm just listening till y'all done, and we can let y'all do y'all little outcast thing. Y'all social media.
Y'all little outcast. Oh, shut the fuck up, Twine.
Right now it's our little.
We do.
Oh, motherfucker. See, that's what niggas say when they can't play the game. And it's yours. It's your shit. And get the fuck out of here, man.
Twine just want to end the show. He could take his ball and go home. Like, fuck.
That nigga sweating chocolate. That nigga sweating chocolate over there, man. Chill out, man.
Twine got a motherfucking chocolate. Twine got a motherfucking cushion. Twine got a cushion toilet seat because he got to sit down and piss his punk ass.
Oh, shit.
That's hard. Damn, dog. Damn.
Say something, man. Get hard.
Wait, don't say that. Hey, don't tell me to get hard, bro. We don't want to see that shit.
No homo, nigga. Pause. Something.
Damn. Bro, I would have never pegged you to be on no gay shit, my nigga. Come on, Twine, get hard.
So now y'all some proper speaking niggas, so y'all prefer they get tough, right? Fuck out of here, man.
Oh shit, that's funny as fuck. He said that nigga don't say nothing. He said, "Come on, get on, get on." Like,
oh shit. Go check on that nigga, bro. Go check on him.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
yo, Twine, get your finger off that button. Don't you cut this show off.
Hey, Bernard, you gonna have to put Twine on the box, man. Next video. We're looking for a dark nigga named Twine. He's big and round.
Only look for that nigga. Don't look for him at night. You will not see that nigga.
They can't miss you, Grimace.
That nigga gotta wear highlighted clothes in the nighttime.
He gotta wear that construction vest.
That nigga wearing one of them lights that be on the back of them bites on the crack of his ass. That's what the fuck he gotta do.
LED joints. New LED joints.
He gonna need the ultra LED, cuz.
This nigga stick lights on his ass.
Oh shit, cuz. Fuck y'all niggas stupid.
Somebody call up Willie the Kid, man. Let's get Willie the Kid in, man. He has some shit to say, that motherfucker.
Oh man,
shit, that's funny. Damn.
Nigga need respect the lights on me.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
This is like the weekly roast of like.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Yo, y'all can find me. You know what I'm saying? 2K.
Eating eggs.
Yo, fuck you, nigga.
Nigga dueling out one.
You know what's funny? No bullshit, niggas. No bullshit. And this will probably end it right here. No bullshit, nigga. While we was doing the podcast, nigga, I was eating eggs. No lie, nigga.
I heard that nigga eat. I wanted to call him out on it, but I ain't. He's like, yeah. That nigga Flanagan. Yeah, that nigga Flanagan. That nigga Flanagan, or you a pussy.
Damn, nigga.
Oh man. Hey, this is
go ahead, Twine. We done.
Twine, get up, Twine. Twine, get up, man. Beat the count, Twine. You can do it.
Got your social media handle, 2K. Go ahead, man.
This nigga all serious business, nigga.
He's like, I told you I don't miss those Negroes. He's like, I can't take them nowhere.
Hey, yo, 5 minutes is not enough for this roast session. I think
it's hard being a professional black man hanging out with a bunch of hood niggers. This shit is.
Yeah. Even though they don't got any criminal background, they just fire me up too much. You know, they just joke too much.
I'm trying to follow the itinerary.
I can only imagine what this nigga Twine be telling niggas behind our backs, nigga. I can only imagine, nigga. You still use the podcast with Nah, man, I don't hang out with those fucking niggers. They're fucking niggers. I can't fucking stand them, especially that Tukey, that yellow nigger from Texas. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate light-skinned guys because I'm not fucking light. You see how dark I am? I always wanted to be light.
I'm not even Big Cool's color. I'm just super, super dark, super dark. It's like shit. I can't wait. I'm short, black, fat, ugly. Just, my west side tattoo is stretched out. I'm done.
You can find me at Truth and Facts About Boxing, man. You can find me on Instagram, Truth_Fact, Box One. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Shout out to and be on the lookout for the 3 Kings, 2K, Willie the Kid, and Chris, man.
No, it's not Chris. It's C-Bone. It's C-Bone Henderson.
C-Bone, man.
C-Bone. Okay, my bad.
Well, Colossal Boxing Talk, Colossal CBT on Twitter, Colossal Boxing Talk, the Facebook page. Yeah, man. All these niggas' channels, pages, we all like one family, except Twine. We kicking this nigga out. It's the 3rd week. That nigga go.
No, man, we all know. Hold on.
I'm fucking with him.
Yeah, listen, it's not Twine fault. See, all of us had the same daddy. I mean, all of us had that bastard. You know, Twine's that bastard child, man. He like the IBO. He like the IBO.
Oh, shit. I ain't gonna say that about that. Oh,
that
shit.
Makes perfect sense, nigga. Twine is the IBO, nigga. The outcast, nigga. That's right. That's perfect.
He a budget belt, cuz. So we done fuck it up. That nigga like, I can't get you the WBC, WBA, and WBO, IBF. I can get you the IBO. Hey, okay, Mom. I guess I take it.
Man, nigga be like, I walked in with that belt.
He be telling that to the hoes and shit, big cool.
Oh, yeah. Pac bottled in this before he died. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God. Yo.
All right, man. Hey, man, you can find me. Prodigy of Boxing Talk, you know what I'm saying? The original Prodigy, the original Alpha, man. This is the type of shit we do. I do the same shit on my show. I don't give a fuck who you are, who's listening. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I say what I want and I mean what I say. So if you're coming over there on some rated G shit, see your way out, nigga. It's not the channel for you. You can also catch us on my man Bo. Shout us out. 3 Kings Boxing, man. It's another podcast that we're doing. My man Willie the Kid and my man C-Bone, Chris Henderson. Also catch us at Eastwick Boxing, the Movement Boxing Podcast. A lot of different Facebook groups and on Google Plus, man. I'm all over the place.
And when you come fuck with us, have a backbone. Don't be like Twine.
I'm Twine Livy. You can catch me here on the podcast, of course, with these fellas here every week. All the groups they in, pretty much the Movement, Eastwick, fucking Championship Rounds, Die Hard Boxing. Yeah, I'm pretty much in there talking shit with them about boxing. So, I mean,
not talking shit. You just reading comments.
Hey, hold on.
Reading comments.
Y'all shut the fuck up, man. Shit.
Nigga lying like a motherfucker.
Yo, hello. Lil bro trying to speak here. Yo, you can find Lil bro, aka Detective B, on the Movement BP on Instagram, on the Movement Boxing on Twitter, on the Movement Boxing Facebook group, as well as Eastwick Supreme Boxing, Ring IQ, We Live Eat Sleep Boxing, Colossal Boxing Talk, Danger Zone Boxing Talk. Shout out to my enemy/friend Malachi. Hope your mother's doing well, man. Prayers up to her. Mm-hmm. And man, it's some other groups as well. As always, fuck the casuals, fuck Willie the Kid, fuck 2K.
Whoa.
Fuck C-Ball. I only fuck with Henderson Chris. That's my dude right there. Other than that, fuck all y'all too.
If you want to be down with anybody that don't joke,
fuck Chino.
your guy.
My Fofo ain't gonna let your kids, bro.
You already fucked up, nigga. You down with Twine, nigga. That's cool. But two goofy ass, square ass niggas hanging out with each other, nigga. There you go. Matter of fact, Bernard about to get it full throttle next week, nigga. You done fucked up, dog. Full throttle.
Hey, you know what? And I'm ready, nigga. I stay ready, nigga.
I got it.
At least he gonna give us some effort, bro.
I stay ready, nigga.
I stay ready, nigga.
I ain't afraid, nigga. Shit. Hey, look.
I ain't afraid, baby.
I ain't afraid of nobody, nigga.
Nigga, fat ass.
Nigga he sound like a fat pimp.
If I was pimp, that's a compliment, my nigga. Shit. I'll be a fat pimp.
I said you sound like one. I ain't say you is one.
No. I'll be that sound like a fat. Hey, that's a good thing then, huh? Shit.
Nigga. Hey, man, you can hey, once you go, hey, hey, I'm a fly country nigga. You talking to the road country nigga on the podcast.
That nigga Bernard is the only nigga in Illinois that be eating turkey neck and shit old country ass nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Man, you shut your ass up. Shut your ass up, nigga.
Nigga eating turkey neck and chitlins and shit. Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga.
I gotta have my snacks. I can't let you know what my snacks are for the weekend, dog. Knowing damn well you was eating healthy too. You was eating carrots and celery and shit with ranch dressing and shit while watching the goddamn fight, nigga. You was not eating dirty, nigga. Shit.
He's like, baby, fix me another salad. Another salad.
Right. Extra blue cheese.
Baby, what are eggs in? What are eggs?
Yo,
shit.
Add some avocado in my salad and some almonds as well.
Get the fuck out of here,
nigga. So you nigga yourself.
Hey, that's his real voice. That nigga ain't playing. That's his real voice. Nigga.
Hey,
get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Y'all talking shit, but 2K gonna have the healthiest baby the world has ever seen. And they gonna come out with a well-balanced vitamin protein, vitamin A.
And then little baby gonna come, hey, she gonna come out benching 100 pounds, cuz you're like, damn.
She gonna be whining at her phone, her address and shit at the hospital.
I'm telling you. And to the little other babies and shit, cuz.
Squaring up with other babies, yeah. Fact.
And 2K gonna be in it. Yes, my little alpha right there. What you say, fuck nigga? Little whole ass nigga.
Check it out. This is what they gonna say to 2K. Sir, would you like a DNA test? And the baby gonna take a swipe at the nurse. No, this motherfucker mine.
Hey, the baby gonna claim him. Hell yeah.
Right.
Hell no.
Hey yo. I bet you this is the one time 2K might bitch up if he got to deliver the baby. Is you gonna deliver the baby, dog? Is you gonna be in the room? I'm talking about right down there when it's in the guts. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga gonna faint. That nigga gonna be sweating yolk and shit. That nigga gonna be sweating yolk. He gonna faint.
He gonna push the doctor out the way. As soon as he see the head, he gonna pass the fuck out. Wake up right next to his wife.
No, man.
How did I get here?
He gonna be in the weight room. They gonna leave a trail of eggs in the weight room. He gonna be like, "Oh shit, what's this?" He gonna follow that shit all the way. And they gonna, "We got you, nigga." They gonna lock the door on his ass. "Got you, nigga." Bring your ass in here.
That nigga gonna be shadow boxing in the weight room, like, "Oh shit,
fuck out of here, nigga."
Go time.
I can't. Yo, do a push-up and shit. I can't wait to hold this baby, man. Yes.
I know. This is my final one right here.
All them jokes weak as fuck, nigga.
Shut your ass up, nigga.
That weak ass shit. I don't expect BW to punk ass and come harder. Then That nigga in line to a quiet ass. Look at Twine over there, quiet than a motherfucker, man. I don't make no
And he still gonna let it go live. He want to cut that bitch off. He like, fuck. They gonna fuck.
Yeah, he can't do that shit last week. You know, you already know.
Yeah, he like, I pulled that card too quick. Those niggas on me now.
Yeah, that motherfucker was so heated. He was giving one syllable answers all week on fucking East.
Oh man.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was like here, HERE. Like, no, I'm here, motherfucker. No, he just put here. Oh, that motherfucker.
Hell yeah, you can feel the tension and shit too. It's like, damn, jokes do that to a motherfucker. I told myself I wasn't gonna do it this week, but shit, it's just the dog in me. I'm sorry, man. I'm not really, but you know.
Nigga, have you seen yourself? It's a lot more than dog in your big ass.
That nigga,
oh shit!
Nigga be cool, be having like snacks and shit hidden under his shirt when you go to work, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Niggas go to Big Cool like, hey, nigga, you got something I can eat, bro? Yeah, nigga, I got that shit right here, nigga.
That nigga be pulling out Lunchables and shit.
Nigga, that nigga Big Cool like do a Looney Tunes. Dude, nigga pull a motherfucking ham hock out his back pocket and shit. Here you go, bro.
Y'all niggas stupid as fuck,
Hey, Big Cool. Do you and your girl go on picnics?
No. Hell no. Hell no.
Shit, that fool ain't gonna even make it out the door then, huh?
No.
That's the reason why, nigga.
No, I ain't no picnic type nigga, man.
The fried bologna sandwiches, the choke sandwiches, the peanut butter and jellies.
Hey, do you got a girl? Do you got a girl, Bernard? Do you got a girl? Do you got a girl, Bernard?
After that cell phone incident, no.
Hey, Bernard, that nigga Big Cool be eating the motherfucking picnic basket and shit while he making it, nigga.
Yo, Yogi the Bear looking ass nigga.
That's some shit I would do though. I ain't gonna lie. That's some shit I would do.
Big Cool, yo, the Big Cool house, motherfucker be in the kitchen watching him like, yeah, man, you gotta stand here, man, because this nigga eat while he cook, man. You gotta grab your shit. As soon as that shit come out the skin.
Hey, that shit is true as fuck, cuz I will eat the shit out of the shit.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
That's funny though.
Lazy boy chair by the refrigerator.
Yo, boo-boo, I'm about to go steal the picnic basket.
Nigga stupid as hell, man.
Yo, boo-boo.
That's the only time Bernard boy sounds somewhat manly when he said this shit.
Yeah. Oh, wow, nigga. Good one. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Oh, shit.
All right.
It's still quiet. I was here for niggas.
All right.
Oh, man. It's cool, man.
I know you want to cut it, Twine. Go ahead and give your outro.
I did already, man.
You gotta do it again.
I get already. he over there quivering, man. He just voice cracking and shit. He don't want to say it again. Like, man, come on. This should be.
Nah, but yeah, catch us, man, every week. I mean, to the next show. Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen next week? What's gonna be cracked on?
No,
probably you.
They're gonna join in on the roast, motherfucker. We know that. What you mean? Who knows? We know what the fuck gonna happen. You ain't joining in on the roast, nigga. That's what's happening.
Okay. Okay, next week. Check y'all.
This nigga been done